Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the exalted one, the worthy one, the perfectly enlightened one. Three refuge, Tisarana. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for refuge. I go to the Dhamma for refuge. I go to the Sangha for refuge. Dutiyanti buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyanti dhammam saranam gacchami, Dutiyanti sangham saranam gacchami. A second time I go to the Buddha for refuge. A second time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. A second time I go to the Sangha for refuge. Tatyanti buddham saranam gacchami, Tatyanti dhammam saranam gacchami, Tatyanti sangham saranam gacchami. At that time I go to the Buddha for refuge. At that time I go to the Dhamma for refuge. At that time I go to the Sangha for refuge. 5 precepts, Panchasila. Anatipata veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. I undertake the training tool to abstain from taking life. Adinahadana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. I undertake the training tool to abstain from stealing. Kami sumichachara veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. I undertake the training tool to abstain from sexual misconduct. Musavada veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. I undertake the training tool to abstain from false speech. Surameraya majjapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. I undertake the training tool to abstain from intoxicating drinks and drugs causing heedlessness. Buddha Vandana, homage to the Buddha. Itipiso bhagava araham samma sambuddho vinjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidun anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam Buddho Bhagavati. Dhammavandana, homage to the Buddha's teachings. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sandinthiko Akaliko Ehi Pansiko Opanaiko Pancantang Veditambo Vinyohiti. Sangha Vandana, homage to the Buddha's noble disciples. Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ujjopatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samiti Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidan Chantari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Pungala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahoneyo Pahoneyo Dakkeneyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuntaram Punyakentam Lokansati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, dear friends in the Dhamma, now we are going to practice meditation. At this moment, first of all, we are going to practice concentration meditation, Samatha Bhavana. End of the Samatha Bhavana, we are going to practice insight meditation, that reflecting on impermanence. At the very beginning on the path of liberation, Buddha has explained the importance of practicing concentration, because it is very important to keep our attention in the present moment with mindfulness, because our mind always goes to past and future. That is the nature of our mind. Practicing concentration meditation, we train our mind to live in the present moment with the awareness of our mind and body. And especially when we practice insight meditation, the very important thing is reflecting on impermanence of our mind or mental conditions. The reason is we usually think something, and when we think something, we usually think those things, everything that we think are permanent. For example, when you think your relatives, when you think something that you have, you think those things and permanence are certain or permanent. Actually, those all experiences arise at the moment when we think, when we remember those persons and other things. But our ignorance always says that there is something which is permanent. That is why our mind always is fixed in outside persons and things. But if we are clever to understand, as soon as we remember something, as soon as we think something, that experience arises at the moment. Those things are not permanent in the world. There is something which is material, that consists of four fundamental elements. But we have created names and things and our relatives or some persons we have created by our mind. But in the outside world, there are no permanent persons or things. There are only four fundamental elements in outside. But when we experience something through our six senses, our ignorance says that there is something outside which is permanent, and there are persons outside, those who are my friends, relatives, or enemies. We think that there are somebody in outside. But if we can understand, there are something outside, but only four fundamental elements. And also, when mind is combined with the physical things, four fundamental elements, we create a person. There is something. But mind and body, every moment, they change. And also, our experience that we receive also change. And that experience arises at the moment. There is nothing which is permanent in the world, in outside or inside. We have only the process of our existence, which consists in five aggregates. Whatever we experience, outside or inside, it means the five aggregates arise at the moment. What are the five aggregates? Rupa, form, Vedana, feelings, and perception, Sanya, Sankhara, mental formations, Vijnana, consciousness. These five things are together. We can't divide those five things. Whatever we experience, it means these five things have arisen. Without these five things, we have nothing. When we experience something outside, if our mind is fixed in outside, it means we are not away from aging, sickness, death, and rebirth. As soon as we experience something outside or inside, if we are clever to understand this experience is the five aggregates, then our mind is not fixed outside. As soon as we experience something through our six senses, we look at inside. If we have this ability, actually at that moment, we are away from sickness, aging, decay, death, and rebirth. Whenever our mind is fixed in outside, it means we are with decay, sickness, death, and rebirth. Buddhism always encourages us to keep our mind in the present moment with mindfulness, reflecting on impermanence. At that moment, we don't feel any suffering that we have in our life. At that moment, when we reflect on impermanence, actually we are so fortunate. At that moment, we have no any suffering. Our real success depends on how far, how long we can keep this understanding in our mind for a long time. Then, little by little, we should develop our concentration, and also we should try to improve the duration of practicing impermanence, reflecting on impermanence. Whenever our mind is reflecting on impermanence, we can experience something. As soon as we experience something through our six senses, we know very well, now my five aggregates have arisen inside. Then we are not running to search something outside. It doesn't mean that we are not sensitive. Actually, we are so sensitive, we can respond. But we do everything keeping our attention in the present moment with mindfulness and the understanding of impermanence. This is the real success in our life, and also this should be our goal, our purpose in our life. Even though we have a lot of friends, relatives, things that we have earned, one day we have to go away from them. Our real happiness depends on how far we have created. We have created a very strong, unshaken mind that can face any problem without suffering. And for this purpose, we have to train our mind again and again, keeping our mind in the present moment. When mind is concentrated, we should reflect on impermanence, which happens every moment. Okay, now first of all, we practice loving kindness, meditation. Actually, one of the benefits of practicing loving kindness is that when we practice loving kindness, we try to overcome anger which disturbs our peace of mind. That is one of the benefits. But that is not the only one benefit that we receive throughout practicing loving kindness. But, according to Buddhist meditation techniques, we use some of the meditation techniques for the benefits of Vipassana, Bhavana, that reflecting on impermanence. But there are some people in the world, they practice loving kindness or any other concentration meditation, keep their mind calm and quiet. When they have stress or some problems, they want to overcome those problems throughout practicing breathing meditation or any kind of samatha meditation. But we Buddhist followers, as learned Buddhist followers, our goal should be high position, and that the final result of practicing samatha meditation is to focus on impermanence. That is why we practice samatha meditation. But other people who doesn't know Buddha's highest explanation, which is the dependent origination, they think that we should practice samatha meditation to go away from suffering or keep our mind in calm and quiet in the present moment. But that is not the final destination in Buddhist meditation. We use all samatha meditation techniques, concentration meditation techniques, to be easy to reflect on impermanence. Now, first of all, we practice loving kindness meditation. End of the samatha meditation, we try to train our mind to reflect on impermanence again and again. And finally, we should improve our skill to reflect on impermanence. Whatever we think, we should be aware of that. Those my mental conditions immediately arise and ceases. In the primary level, we think my eye is impermanent, form is impermanent, my ear is impermanent, sound is impermanent. We reflect on these Buddhist teachings in the primary level. When we go to the deeper level, what we practice? As soon as we think something, we are clever to understand this present thought is impermanent. That is the highest contemplation on Buddhist meditation. In the primary level, we reflect on this physical body is impermanent, these material things are impermanent, sounds are impermanent. We think in the primary level. Finally, we get the highest and goal, that highest thing which relates to everything. Even though we experience something, we catch them with our mind. If we can focus on our mind, then whether there is something outside or not, it doesn't matter. We have focus on inside. Then we have overcome attachment and anger, and also finally we have overcome ignorance or delusion. Little by little, day by day, our happiness increases. Then nobody can disturb our peace of mind. Even though everything in the world is destroyed, we have an unshaken mind. Nobody can disturb our inner peace, because we have seen that everything that I experience is impermanent. And also, if we have this understanding, contemplation, then we are so active, we are so courageous. Every moment we spend to understand this reality throughout our life. We are not lazy after this experience. We are so active. Every moment we are mindful. Every moment we are intelligent. Every moment our mind is concentrated. Every moment we are wise. That should be our main purpose in our life, while we are doing all other things in our day-to-day life. While we are studying, doing our responsibilities, our main goal should be this highest mental conditions, that point of view which we see in the world. Okay, now we are going to start loving kindness meditation, then we practice insight meditation, reflecting on impermanence. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. First of all, I think that I am sitting in a very pleasant, calm environment. Everything is prepared for my inner peace. I pay my gratitude to the people who have arranged these facilities for my inner peace. Now I think my body posture that I am sitting here, from my legs to head. I am aware of my body. Now I feel only breathing in and out. I keep my attention in the present moment around the nose. I don't think my past or future. I completely think the present moment, keeping my attention around the nose. First, I wish my life, then I wish all of people in the world. May I be well, happy and peaceful. 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 I like my happiness. All other people also like their happiness, like their success. I wish all of them. Most people in the world work hard for my facilities every day. They help me a lot for my facilities every day. I wish all of them. Some of them are my relatives, friends, and teachers. I wish all of them. All people in the world were my close relatives and friends in my previous life. They have helped me a lot as my close relatives, parents, and friends. Therefore, I wish all of them. I think their success as my success. I think their suffering as my suffering. I wish all of them every moment like my success. May all beings in the world be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings at this temple be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings at this temple be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this city be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this county be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this state be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this country be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this continent be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this earth be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this solar system be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this galaxy, Milky Way, be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings in this universe be well, happy and peaceful. I keep my full attention around the nose with loving kindness at the present moment. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. I see all over the world like my children, like my parents, like my siblings. All people in the world are my friends and relatives. I am friendly with everyone. My mind is filled with loving kindness, compassion and sympathetic joy. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. I keep my full attention around the nose with loving kindness at the present moment. Every moment my body changed my mind also changes. The experience that I receive through my senses also changes. Every experience arrives at the moment and immediately it ceases. I see the impermanence which happens every moment to my mind and consciousness. My thoughts arise and cease at the moment. I keep my full attention in impermanence. I reflect on impermanence which happens every moment in my mind. Every moment my thoughts arise and cease. Those thoughts don't belong to me. Those thoughts arise as the result of mental conditions and forms. I am seeing this impermanence which happens every moment. I am an observer. Those thoughts don't belong to me. I am just an observer. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. Every thought is impermanent. Every moment my thoughts arise and immediately they cease. I am reflecting on this impermanence which happens every moment in my mind. My mind is impermanent. My body and mind also impermanent. I am seeing the impermanence of my thoughts. Every moment my thoughts arise and cease. They are not permanent. They have no soul or ego. Everything is impermanent. I see the impermanence of my thoughts very clearly. When I see this impermanence, I have no any attachment or disattachment. I have no delusion. My mind is completely free from attachment, disattachment and delusion. I am free from suffering. My mind is so calm, quiet and pure. My mind is like a pure water, unshaken water. My mind is completely in equanimity, upekha. My body is impermanent. My feelings are impermanent. My consciousness is impermanent. Mental formations are impermanent. Everything is impermanent. My mind is completely in impermanence and equanimity. I am free from suffering. Every moment I practice this reality as much as I can. This highest contemplation is my real success. This is the real path of liberation. From moment to moment, I increase the duration of practicing impermanence, which is the real success in my life. This is the real path of liberation. This is the real refuge in my life. Everything is impermanent. Everything is impermanent. As soon as I remember something, I think that is impermanent. When I think something, that present experience didn't come to the present from the past. That present experience will not go to future from the present. Every moment my thoughts arise and cease at the present moment. Every moment I am a new person. I have no anger or attachment with anybody or anything. I am so happy. I am free from suffering. Now I am going to finish my contemplating on impermanence, but furthermore, I am aware of my body and mind. Keeping my full attention around the nose, I do everything physically, verbally and mentally. I don't go away from mindfulness. Every moment I am aware of my body and mind. Mindfulness is my best friend. Mindfulness is my Father's field. Mindfulness is the protection that nobody can disturb to me. Mindfulness is my real success. Mindfulness is my real protection that nobody can hate me. Every moment I keep my full awareness in body and mind, and I reflect on impermanence which happens every moment to my mind. With that intention, now I am going to end practicing insight meditation, but furthermore I am aware of my body and mind. With that intention, now I open my eyes mindfully. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dukkham pantāca niddukkha, bhayam pantāca nibbhaya, sokam pantāca nissokā, hontu sabbe pipānino. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.